Welcome to the author's top 6 cartoon intros he has ever seen. Now the reason why I put why he has ever seen is because, well, let's be honest, it's like an American who hasn't left America but calls it the best country in the world. It's ignorant, and so for me I can only judge my favorite videos and cartoon intros by what I've seen. And what I'm doing is basing these songs as songs themselves, meaning that if you knew nothing about the context of the cartoon or basically a song on an iPod by itself, would this be a good song? And how this will work is very simply, what I will do is I'll talk about the song and my experience with it and why it's good in my view, and then I'll play the clip of the song. Alright, now I got all the links to the songs which I've gotten, and please do support the people who upload these songs because I don't have the DVD or Blu-rays of them. And if the sound does not goes up and down or is too soft, do play the clip link below, because I tried syncing all the songs and volume, but then the video and sound would go off. So this is the best I can do with my limited knowledge of video making. And on top of the top 6, I'll be giving 2 honorable mentions, and that is because if I don't, I'll just feel guilty. These are 2 of my favorite songs from the cartoon intros, and all these songs bring great nostalgia to me, and I hope that you enjoy this journey as much as I did. Now the 2 honorable mentions that I will have are, the 2 cartoons are Denver the Last Dinosaur and M.a.s.k. Now M.a.s.k. is the cartoon from 1985 where literally they wear masks with superpowers and all that, not the green one for it, Jim Carrey. And the problem with these 2 songs, which I can't include in the top 6, is because the lyrics. If you knew nothing of the cartoon, the songs, the tune, the guitar and everything is fantastic. As songs, I can listen to these songs forever. But the problem is the lyrics, you can't escape them. They're so entwined with how the song works that you start thinking about the song if you knew nothing about it. And I told you that spectrum and about dinosaur, then you start thinking, what's this got to do with the song? You see what I mean? So it's very hard to get away from that, and I feel that a lot of people, if you don't understand the context of the cartoon, you just wouldn't be able to enjoy the song as much. Therefore, I'm basically including it as honorable mentions, but as songs I feel they are still fantastic. So I'm going to talk a bit about, firstly, Denver the Last Dinosaur, and explain why I think it's a good song. For Denver the Last Dinosaur, the first thing that will hit you is it's that old glam rock style. It comes right at you from the start with the guitar and everything, and again, it's a rock song. But the thing about the words, the last dinosaur, there's one part which is based on friendship, because the song there's a line that says, we don't care, he's looking at our pet dino. But then the thing continues to say that it doesn't matter, because at the end he's our friend and he'll help us, whenever we need help. So it's a song basically about optimism and about having good friends around you, and what constitutes to a certain extent a good friend. And a hard glam rock song about friendship and optimism, how can you go wrong? Enjoy. next honorable mention is M.a.s.k, and this is one of my most favorite cartoons when I was growing up, and I absolutely love this cartoon. But let's talk about the intro song. The thing about M.a.s.k, it starts again, it's rock, alright, but it's like the best mission statement song ever, because the whole song, the lyrics, is just telling you what M.a.s.k is about. They're here to protect the world, to fight against Venom and his group, you know, and it's just so direct and in your face. And if you watch the cartoon, you always get this hard rocking sound, you know. It's like the song also has this Superman feel, you know. It starts off and you just imagine heroic poses and superheroes and guys who are just gonna do the right thing. It's basically good versus evil, like the old G.I. Joe songs, you know. It's so wonderful. And as a song, the guitar, and the drums and everything just gets you in there. It's a bit of a electronic feel to it, which is very, very important, because it's them with their mask and their vehicles that can transform somewhat. Again, a very good song. And when you hear this song, tell me it doesn't sound good. You know, I don't think it's possible that no one will even find anything good about this song. So enjoy M.a.s.k. Now we're going to officially the list, and number 6 is Ultra 7, or rather Ultraman 7. The thing about it is, it's not really an intro to the show, or the TV show, but it's actually his theme song. But again, this song is actually more popular than the intro. In fact, this song is so popular in Japanese culture that I remember years ago, I can't remember, but it was either the return of like a president or some dignitary, or like a navy ship, and they played this song because it just oozes more than even Denver the Last Dinosaur optimism. But it's a kind of wartime optimism, because it's very military like, you know. There's like lots of trumpet, lots of like drum, and it always goes like, example, the hook of it is they will say his name, Ultra 777, so you can actually cheer someone's name in the song. You know, example is, I don't know, the name is Jim, you know, like Jim, you know, and then the song will go on with a Japanese word, then they will then hook like spark, you know, and these things just rises you wanna sing along to the song. You know, I've done it a ton of times, and it's extremely military, but amazing. It's a kind of military for like the general, you know, it's for one person waving to the crowd kind of thing, and it has to have some focus. The song must have a focus on something or someone. Again, the reason why it's lower on the list is definitely because of the language. I studied Japanese and everything. I can understand most of the lyrics, but again, for a wider crowd, I can see that the language barrier is going to be a huge issue. So it's low on the list, but as a song by itself, I think the pump of the song, you know, it knows when to tune up and then slide down, then again bring you right up again. It is a wonderful song. The tempo is wonderful, and that is why number 6, Ultra 7's theme. Enjoy. At number 5, the big guy and Rusty. Again, when I actually watched this cartoon, this is one of those newer cartoons. It's not a very nostalgic cartoon in terms of people my age. I'm about 30, and it came out when I was in Singapore, at least when I was about 13, 14. You know, getting out the whole cartoon phase, and I saw it, and the art was different. That caught me for one thing. But the thing that really caught me to actually, because by then you had more channels, cable, and all that. And whether you watch a cartoon was truly based on that first few moments. And the song just got to me. I mean, and just for some information, the comic that this was based on was written by Frank Miller. Yes, the guy who wrote the comic 300. So, you know, think about that. And again, it's such a good cartoon by itself because the story based on the comic was good, and it's based and this again, it's like Ultra 7. It has a very military feel. There's a lot of like big bomb kind of sound to it, but the focus, because of the lyrics, when you listen to it, is more of a focus not on a person. Like, it doesn't focus on one thing. When you hear this song, you think of a returning army. You think of the returning normal soldiers waving and just victory in general. It's very, like I say, it's this 1940s kind of feel, and it's like a whole big band singing kind of thing. And it's, again, it has the optimistic side, which a lot of cartoons should have, because it's aimed for kids. And again, when you listen to it, you just feel that sense of like, I need to smile, and you can. And the strange thing is that the lyrics are actually quite hard to listen to. So it's easy to put your own lyrics in there and just go like do 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 do, or, you know, I mean, I can't make something out at the moment, but again, this song always brings a smile to my face, and I love the cartoon also. So enjoy. I mean, what can I say, you know?
Watch the skies coming at you, a hero of metal hue. He lost horns with disaster for the red and white and blue. Then was born of a robot, miracle of science, ready to catch large monsters, supercharged and quick on the draw. Pretty darn good, but he needs help. The big
number 4, Conan the Adventurer. I just gotta put this out there. This is the most manliest cartoon intro I've ever heard. Alright. Again, I saw this when I was in that age of 13, 14, around 15. And again, you watch a cartoon based on those first few seconds. And again, this one, it just epitomizes the 90s, which I grew up in, perfectly. You have to remember that in the 90s, it was all action movies. It was the biggest stars were Rambo, like Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Jean-Claude Van Damme. So when you grew up in that period, the whole thing was, nowadays is the metrosexual. Nowadays, back then, it was the macho man. And this song epitomizes it so well. Literally, the guy does not sing in this song. He narrates, and it works. And it's that orchestral sound to it, and it's like, you got to listen to it later. And I'll just say this before I start the song. If you hear this song, alright, the next thing you want to do is you want to go hit the person beside you, lift heavy weights, and grab a woman by the hair. Consensually, of course. Consensually. But that's what this song does to you. It is so cool. And you sing along to this song, and you put your name in instead of Conan. It fits any situation. This song is great in karaoke. Trust me. I've done it before. Sing it with a bunch of friends. It's the best thing ever. And everybody starts posing like, I love this song. Seriously. Listen to this song. I know you're gonna enjoy it. Especially in the part where Conan lifts this guy, he throws him, and he screams. That actually adds to the song. When does screaming add to a song? My god, this is so good. Enjoy.
Conan, the adventurer. Conan, warrior without fear. He's more powerful than any man. His legend spreads across the land and sea. Conan, the mightiest warrior ever. His quest to undo the spell of living stone cast upon his family by driving the evil serpent men back into another dimension and vanquishing their leader, the cruel wizard Raphamon. Conan, the adventurer. Conan, man of bravery, with his magic sword protecting the mightiest of warriors indeed. Feel the power! Conan.
At number 3, Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego? Now again, this is weird because this cartoon, like I said, it was at the period where I was older, and most of these cartoon songs have hooks at the start with it, either a big drum or a big guitar beat that just makes you leave the channel there. This one didn't. In fact, it starts off really, really slow. It starts with just a guy saying, "Where on Earth is Carmen Sandiego?" And it's slow. It's really slow. In fact, you see a lot of math and globes and all that, and you go, well, it's an educational cartoon. And then it hits you when the music and singing starts. This song, I put it, you have an appreciation of nice music. And to give it some context, the cartoon is based on an old game show where the theme song, which is the exact thing being sung, was sung a cappella, meaning there was no instruments. The guy just had to have a good voice and beat, and they sang the theme song. So literally the whole song is based on good singing, and that's why it's so good, because it's based on just good singing skills. And it's a great song. It's a great travel song because in it you got things like the Mona Lisa, Leaning Tower of Pisa, and if you're traveling around Europe, you hear this song, you can just picture yourself. You can do a montage video with this song to your traveling pictures. It's really good. it's not a rock song, but again, it's a very nice optimistic feel. Yet, the most important hook of this song, it's sung freaking well, and done professionally. It's not a cappella, so it's done professionally, and the hooks come in well after the song has started, and it ends well. It's one of the best sung cartoons intros I've ever heard. Enjoy.
Where on earth is Carmen Sandiego?
Tell me where is Carmen Sandiego? Carmen Sandiego, where on earth can she be? Where on earth can she be? Lady Tower Lisa, Timber Dew, can you help us ride it? Where is Carmen Sandiego?
At number 2, the mighty Morphin Power Rangers intro. You know, again, I'll give you a context. When I was growing up, I had actually watched those old tokusatsu that were in Singapore. When they would dub it in Malay, and you watch it. It's those basically tokusatsu is those humans that were transformed by some way into like masked rangers. And so I knew the Japanese one. So when I heard about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from America, I didn't support it. And I never watched it. I never enjoyed it, to be honest. But one thing, no matter every Saturday when I came back from school, and all that, on Saturday it was like, you went to the club and you did some exercise and all that, you came home, I would never miss this song. I would literally leave the channel there, watch the song, and then turn the channel. This song was fantastic. It's rock, but it's so heavy that it's almost heavy metal. I mean, just listen to this. And the best thing is that cartoon hook, the first few bars, dana, 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 you instantly just go, and the words are so simple. Again, this is something you don't even need karaoke. You just play the hook, and people shouting this song would enjoy it. Oh my god, I love this song. In fact, there are songs done with real bands doing this song. That is how good this song is lyrically and instrumentally. It's a simple song done right to catch your attention fast. It is hilariously wonderful, and the best thing is our fun time. You don't have to be like, I'm a good dancer or I'm a good singer. You just need to go, yes, this is a fucking good song. I actually love this song. Alright, please enjoy. In fact, don't please enjoy this. I know you enjoy this song. Excellent.
After 10,000 years, I'm free! It's time to conquer Earth!
Alpha, Reader's Escape. Recruit a team of teenagers with attitudes.
And at number 1, at number fucking 1 is the absolute most perfect, in my view, cartoon intro ever. I'm not gonna ruin it. I'm gonna talk about it first. Alright? You know what? I can't hold it in. It's so good. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's the Thundercats, the original Thundercats intro. It has, throughout this whole list, I talked about a lot of things. It has everything. Number 1, the hook. The first few chords of this song just drags you in straight away. And again, it's hard rocking. The words are important to the song, but it's easy that you can replace it in your head with something else. In fact, the first few words was thunder, thunder, thunder. And you can imagine a crowd of nostalgic people when you shout this thing. It just is, and so again, it's like the Conan thing. It's so manly, like thunder, thunder, thunder. It is such a wonderful song. It's rock all the way, almost hard rock. But and on top of that is an old cartoon from the 80s, which I literally, when I was a weeny little kid watching it, and there's this anime style with the art, and it is a great cartoon with a great tune. On top of it, the characters were great. But I mean, we have to talk about the song, alright? You know what I said about Conan? About the scream adding to the song? This song is so good because at about the 53 to 55 seconds mark, you think the song ends. You know, like most cartoon intros will end right there. But they just kick it up a notch and they play that hook and instantly you see the enemy from a frail old thing, a mummy, transform into the most hulking Mamura, and he shouts, "Rah!" And it adds to that song. Because suddenly you're like, okay, the song's done. Then you suddenly get, imagine as a kid, then suddenly you're like, you see Mamura transform to a muscle beast, and he starts shouting, and then the Thundercats come to fight him. You're like, oh my fucking god, this is the most excellent thing ever. It makes you just want to go, oh my god, it makes you want to pump iron and do the right thing at the same time. This is absolutely the best intro ever, and the best thing is an old nostalgic cartoon. It's basically a mix-up of almost all the good things of the last few I've been talking about, from number 2 to number 6, and even the 2 honorable mentions. It has everything. The words are important, but it's not heavily influencing the song that you cannot enjoy the song by itself. But you know what? I'm not going to hold you guys back. Hear this song. Hear it loud. Hear it with the music blasting. It is Thundercats. Yes! Oh my god, this is such a good song. Oh, and before I forget, till next word.